Good morning guys, and welcome back to another episode of Keeping Goals. For today's vlog, you guys might be interested in a little bit of analysis of my goalkeeper training.
Really good.
So now, for the giveaway winners from last week's episode. Good morning guys, and welcome back to another episode of Keeping Goals. If you're new here, my name's Conor O'Keefe. I'm a goalkeeper playing in Sweden, and Keeping Goals is a vlog here on YouTube that documents my journey throughout football. And today is an absolute stunner here in Sweden. Sun's out, no clouds, nice and warm. And as well as the weather being absolutely stunning, today is a very special day because we're back at training. After a 2-week summer break, today is our first session back, prepping for the second half of the season. As you can see, I'm down at the track. This morning, I'm gonna do a little bit of plyometric training, but this afternoon, I'm gonna bring you guys along because, as I say, it's our first session back. We're gonna get a bit of goalkeeping work done, and I thought for today's vlog, you guys might be interested in a little bit of analysis of my goalkeeper training. A little bit like what I've done with some of the match day vlogs. Bring you guys along, show you all my goalkeeper training, and then talk through what I'm focusing on, what I'm thinking about whilst I'm doing each exercise. So if that sounds interesting, make sure you stick around, watch the full video, and if you enjoy today's video, I only ask for one thing, that little like button underneath the video. Please give it a click, helps us out a lot. And if you haven't already, click subscribe and come and join the Keeping Goals Union. Also, at the end of today's video, we'll be announcing the giveaway winners from last week's episode, but that's all to come. Right now, we're gonna get out on the track, smash through a plyo session, and start the day right. Session 1 of the day done, plyos all finished. Enjoy a good plyo session, keeping the bounce, keeping the speed, making sure that you're feeling nice and springy. Obviously, very important as a goalkeeper. As I mentioned before, we have just come to the end of a 2-week summer break. I thought I'd talk through how I dealt with that from a physical sense. I know a lot of you guys will have had your off season, you're getting into pre-season now. So for like future reference, I thought I'd kind of describe how I deal with those little breaks and what I find best works for me. So I came to Sweden in January. We then had pre-season. Our season started end of March, beginning of April. So from that point all the way through to July, that was the first half of our season. A lot of games, a lot of training, sessions every day. Obviously, that takes its toll on the body from a physical point of view. So the way that I worked in the summer break was the first week when we went to Stockholm, I did very minimal training. I think I did 2 gym sessions. And when I say gym sessions, it was just me going in the gym and trying things that I wanted to try. No structured training, no routines, give my body the chance to switch off and relax. And even at the end of the season, I'll probably do that for about a week. The way that I am, after about 3-4 days, I start getting a little bit twitchy. I start thinking about football, I want to train. But I really try and hold off for that week to give my body the chance to recover. In the second week, the week just gone, I then started up my individual training routines. So throughout the season, I obviously have team training, but I also have my individual training. So this week just gone, I was doing all my individual sessions, my distribution session, my plyometric sessions, my gym sessions, following that normal routine. a bit of a lighter load than I'm used to in season. So still, the body's not at full peak load, but I'm ramping it up again, ready to get back into team training. So for team training, starting this evening, I'm feeling fresh, I'm feeling fit, I'm feeling recovered, and most importantly, physically feeling ready to go, but mentally feeling excited to start, which is how you want to be when you're getting back into team training sessions at the beginning of the season or after a midpoint break. So I'm very excited to get training again. It'll be nice to get back on the pitch, get the gloves on, see the boys. But it's also very exciting because the pitch has had a little bit of a makeover. We've got a new artificial turf that's been put down for the second half of the season. I'll take you a little bit closer and show you because it is looking very smart indeed. Looking beautiful. I don't know if you can tell, but definitely longer, higher quality. I think the last one had been on for about 7 years, so it was time for a change. And it's looking beautiful. So we're going to be training on that this afternoon. How exciting. Anyway, time for me to head home, do a little bit of work, rest up, and get ready for training. And we're all ready. Kit's on, ready to go, excited for training. Unfortunately, after all that build-up, showing you guys the new pitch, we're not actually training at the stadium today. We're training at the pitch where the dome used to be. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer before we can train on the new turf. But I'm excited to train. As I said, be good to see the boys again, be good to get the gloves on, get working, and I'm gonna bring the GoPro along, show you the goalkeeping work, and bring you a little bit of training analysis. Let's go. So after a general warm-up and a handling warm-up, we're into the main body of the session. First drill, fast feet, into position, angled shot. Here my focus is nice clean footwork, keeping my head up, not staring down at my feet, making sure I'm getting in position quickly, weight forward and being set for the strike. Obviously it can be high, can be low, deal with that in a different way. It's a good way to get off the cobwebs and to get back into the movement. That shot, bottom right hand corner, is a difficult one. Try and kick my leg away so that I can get down and make the save. We're focusing on clean hands and fast feet. Next exercise, over the hurdle, volley, well half volley, and then a strike on the angle. Focusing on getting a good jump for the hurdle, a little bit of plyometrics, clean hands with the half volley, and then getting in position for the angled strike. Again, low shot, probably need to get a little bit quicker down to push that around the post. There, second effort, exactly the same, but try and be a bit sharper down. Focusing on clean hands, getting in, weight forward when I'm set, and then making sure my handling and my decision making is good for that angled strike. That is a good example of probably being too focused on the shot rather than the half volley. Make sure you focus on each action one at a time and complete them as well as you possibly can. Same drill, this time it's a volley rather than a half volley, in for the angled strike on the other side. That one came right off the end of my finger. Horrible one, when you get that pain right down your finger when you don't catch it cleanly. But the different strikes are good. Seeing as this is the first session back, I want to get as many different types of strikes in as possible so that I can start tuning up my eyes, tuning up my brain, and get the decision making nice and clean. Again, another low one. That's probably an area that I need to be working on, making sure I can kick my leg away quickly, get down sharply. They're always really difficult right in the bottom corner, but it's something I need to get better at. Here, a little bit more of a complex drill. Throw up the 2 tennis balls, try and catch both of them after catching the volley and then the shot on the angle. As you can see, a little bit difficult. Need a little bit more practice in catching the tennis balls, but the main thing is different types of stimuli, making sure whether you catch the tennis balls or not, you move into line and concentrate on that strike that's coming from the angle. Clean handling if you can, weight forward, attacking the ball on a positive angle if possible, and making the save to the best of your ability. Same drill, different angles so you can have a different look at it. Easy to catch the tennis balls when you're not catching the football in between. With that save, obviously you want to push it wide, but if it does bounce into an awkward area for whatever reason, get on it quickly and make the save. Here, you need a little bit cleaner hands to try and keep hold of it. Very frustrating when it goes through your legs. But getting the body behind the ball, making sure the eyes are moving quickly, that's something I always talk about. When you have these different drills with different services, make sure you're moving your eyes as fast as possible once you've dealt with each action. That will then lead for your body getting in a good position, and then hopefully the technique follows and you make the save. Again, a little bit sharper down, a little bit quicker with the hand, keep it out that bottom corner. A nice camera dive to finish. This drill, slightly different, working on first touch, playing a pass across the box, and then resetting and taking the cross from the side that you've just played the pass to. What I remember with this drill is definitely starting to feel the lactic acid build-up. You can do as much running, as much training as you want, but it's never the same as when you're doing those goalkeeping exercises. At this point in the session, we're obviously coming towards the end of the goalkeeping block, a lot of reps already done, but making sure that you can concentrate and execute clean technique whilst tired. That's something that you obviously need to train when you move into games. You want to be able to play pass as well, take cross as well, under fatigue, under duress. So that's something that is quite good when you are working through a session and feeling that tiredness. Can you keep the technique to a high level? And again, with this type of drill, the first touch is key. You can also start thinking about the pass, start thinking about taking the cross before you've even made the first touch. But you need to make sure that your first touch is good, as that is the foundation for the rest of the exercise. This drill here, short, sharp work in and around the goal, close shots, but working on the speed, trying to be as fast across the goal as possible, get into line, and then do your best with the strike. The strike's only 8 yards out, so it's a reaction save. But can you get into the optimal position and try and make the save? With this one, I was a little bit frustrated. I was getting a little bit lazy with the parries. If you can hold, try and hold. That's going to be the next level for me. Even though it's 6 yards, can you try and hold as many of those services as possible? But quick reactions, quick feet, try and get into line as fast as possible, and then as clean handling as you possibly can. Final exercise, a little bit of a core exercise, really interesting. Working on top hand, bottom hand. So Petter, the coach, is saying over, and if he says over, I need to use my top hand. If he says under, I need to use my bottom hand. If he doesn't say anything, it's both hands straight back. So a little bit of coordination, a little bit of core work, a little bit of ball handling skills as well, just to finish off before we go in with the rest of the group for the team training.
Under, over, under, over, under, bra.
So first session back, really enjoyable. Nice to get the gloves on, nice to get working with the boys, nice to get training again. All of those drills, obviously credit to Petter, our goalkeeper coach. Brilliant coach, really enjoy working with him. And the work that we do together varies week to week, but that was a good show of different elements, seeing as it was the first session back, trying to get back into the swing of things. We have a really good goalkeeping group at Petter. Petter, the goalkeeper coach, and then Isaac, Freddie, the other goalkeepers. We work really well together, pushing each other in each session. But I hope you guys enjoy seeing a little bit of the work that we're doing in preparation for the second half of the season. I wanted to do a little bit of analysis of the goalkeeper training because a few of you guys have asked for it, and I think it's important to show the main body of work that then translates into the performances on the pitch. It's also important to show that not everything goes right in training. There are little areas to work on, as you saw, and it's very important for me as a goalkeeper to do my analysis, to reflect on that video, to see the little things that I need to get better at, and then to implement those changes into my training. How can I improve? Because that's the key work that will then translate into good performances at the weekend. So if that's something that you're able to do, maybe take a little camera along, film your training sessions, maybe keep a training journal where you write down the things that you're enjoying, the things that you think you're doing well, but also the things that you think you can improve on. That self-reflection and growth mindset is how you're going to become a better goalkeeper. But if that's something that you enjoyed seeing, let me know in the comments. That's definitely something that we can do more of on the channel, showing you more training and giving you more training analysis. But as I said, great to get the gloves back on, great to get back on the pitch with everyone and to get working again. So now, for the giveaway winners from last week's episode, congratulations to Bruno, Anna and Josh. You are our 3 winners for the 50,000 subscriber giveaway. We'll get the prizes sent to you as quick as possible. If you didn't win, don't worry. We'll be doing plenty more giveaways on the channel very soon. And if you do want your own pair of Callia gloves in the meantime, the link to their website is in the video description, and you can use the discount code O'Keefe to save a little bit of money on them as well. Thank you so much for all the incredible comments on last week's video. I was honestly tearing up reading them. It means so much that so many of you enjoy the videos, that you support the channel. I know I say it all the time, but you are the best. Thank you so much for supporting us and supporting Keeping Goals. I am really grateful to share this Keeping Goals journey with each of you guys, so a massive thank you. This week's patron of the week is Colin Sitton. Colin, thank you for being a patron. We wouldn't be able to make these vlogs without patrons like yourself. So here is your Keeping Goals shout out. And that's it for this week's episode of the vlog, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that little like button. It would really help us out. And if you haven't already, click subscribe and come and join the Keeping Goals Union. I'll see you next week for the next episode. But have a great week, guys. Look after yourselves. Keep chasing improvement as always. And I'll speak to you in a bit.